Good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I think officially I can tell you Happy New Year because it's been a while and it's been a minute. In fact, it's been more than a minute. Let me show Precious a little bit. Yeah. So thank you so much for your consistency, for your fidelity, for your love, support on the last video and on the channel over the years. I really do appreciate it. And this is a guest and that's the guest as well, but for this one is no longer a stranger because of the fact that I brought him a couple of times, and also this is a new person. So let me God, I really wish you understand the kind of person I'm sitting down with in this enclosed place with. But when the video starts, I'm gonna see what they are capable of doing. So over to you. Just tell them by yourself.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody, and my name is Precious. My name is Omali Precious, and yeah, I'm a programmer and I'm a trader, forex trader to be precise, and I'm also a blogger.
Yeah. So over to you.
Okay, I'm Usman Kosim.
Yeah.
So I go as OX Vulnerable.
Yeah.
I'm into cybersecurity, though still a newbie, but I'm majoring in API security and cloud security.
Yeah, there are a lot of things, but that's just a snippet into their enterprise. So before we even venture into today's enterprise entirely, thank you so much once again for everything in the last video. And since some people told me in person that they really they enjoyed it because of the fact that they said the individual I brought is very, very calm, so they were able to touch one or two things they were not really aware of normally. And then some people told me in person as well. And at the same time, disclaimer, yeah, we are doing this video in an open environment wherein you're going to be hearing cars and various vehicles. So I hope that is not going to be an obstruction, blockage, or an hindrance. Yeah, so yeah, leaving a trail. Cousin, what do you think? What does it mean to leave a trail? Like, I know it's an English word, and we're not trying to make it sound like a cliche here, because there are so many things I've realized basically lately that we have intercourse and interface with so many things that we really don't know those things in context any longer. It's just a superficial kind of knowledge. So what does it mean to leave a trail?
Leaving a trail. To me, I say leaving a trail is like making an impact wherever you go. So basic term, leaving a trail, if I'm looking at it from the literal meaning, first thing that will come to mind is footprinting.
Yeah.
Because like even in cybersecurity, there's something called footprint. I say every human leaves a footprint on the internet.
Yeah.
So everything that you do, there's always metadata about you on the net, various applications you're using and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'll say you're still leaving an impact. Where you go, let people feel your impact. Whereas, like for example, let's say you go to a new setting, or let's say you're a teacher. I want to use a basic occupation that I'll say is very common.
Yeah.
Let's say you're a teacher. It can be that you will just be a teacher, you teach the students what you want to teach and you leave. But you can also make an impact, whereas introducing new things, interacting with the students properly, let them feel your impact so that when you leave, they'll say, that teacher, we enjoy this teaching back then, or stuff like that. So anywhere you are, let them feel your impact so that when you leave, people can still recall that this person will still
Okay.
like that.
Okay, what of pressure? What do you think about leaving a trail?
Yeah, I feel like leaving a trail leaving a trail simply means having a footprint, just like Cousin said, and it's something that people can see about you after you are not longer there. You can't just walk like an alien in a place. Many people actually just go into maybe say an organization, for example, and they leave, and subsequent generation comes and they don't even know anything about them. And there are also some people that no matter how many generations that goes in that same organization, their name of what somebody did will still be taught to
either negatively or positively.
Either way, but it is still a trail. So yeah, I feel like every human being should have a trail, a good trail, because that's what we should be living for. We should be inspiring others to be a better version of ourselves.
Yeah, okay. But I'm going to play the devil's advocate right now, because we know there's some set of individuals when they get to anywhere, they just want to go there and be almost unnoticeable. Like, they don't want people to know them. And quite alright, they're still going to deliver and deliver everything they are capable of doing, in the sense that they're still going to add values in a way, but they just really like walking behind the curtain. So for people like that, does that mean that they are cousin? This is for you. Does that mean that their life doesn't count? Like for instance, when I was in school, it's not in the past. When I was in school, actually, I because of various circumstances, I really don't like talking much in class. Not because I really don't know what they are talking about, or I can't contribute a quota that would edify the entire class, but at the same time I just feel like I just want to stay back until when I go to my third year I begin to come out of my shell little by little. So for people in that kind of ambience, would you say that their life doesn't count or something? People that they just want to stay on their own most times.
From my own personal opinion, I'll say it depends on what the way you see life. It depends on your priority in life, and because there are people that they will feel like anything they do, they want people to see them, so they want the public attention. While there are some people that they don't like public attention. Because, for example, there's a rich man I know, not boisty, he has wealth.
Yeah.
But this man, if you see the man, he drives a regular car. His children, though, if you see his eldest son, you know that one is. But if his other children, like the way he brought them up, he brought them up, no matter they will go and learn skill. And learn plumbing, this one, learn tailoring, just spread the children out like that. Although he still has the wealth, and if he wants to make an impact, like let's say he sees someone that's struggling, or let's say someone is struggling to build the house and the person is like looking for assistance, even though the person did not meet him, we can maybe just go meet the bricklayer, supply 100 blocks to this person. But I will supply it to. We say we tell the bricklayer not to mention his name because he doesn't want the publicity or people to come and be asking him. He doesn't like people asking him. But once he sees that maybe someone is in need, he can offer help, or most actually indirectly, without you knowing that he's involved, that kind of thing. Whereas people that are not close to him, that knows his behavior and character, and this man is a good man, that kind of thing. So it also depends on your perspective to life. Physically, depends on your perspective to life. Might be that maybe you want a simple lifestyle, you don't want stress, no publicity. And it might be that you have the wealth, but you also like the power of the influence over people. So it also depends on your outlook on life.
Okay, what of pressure? What do you think about
that? So excuse me. And I feel like everything in life is in stages. Life is transitory, and there's time for everything. So there's a stage in our life where we are growing. There's a stage in our life where we are mature, and there's a stage in life we have to harvest and all that. I feel like if you are growing, for every human being, of course this is my personal opinion, but if you are growing, of course you have to be quiet, you have to be silent, because growth is observed and rapid while you are quiet. If you see a plant doesn't bring out all its flowers and everything while it's growing. It's until it's full blown. When it's mature, that's when all the leaves come out. So all I'm trying to say is, to leave a trail, you still have to be quiet, to be quiet initially, but it's when you are fully mature, that you still have to bring it out. So everything that is worthwhile in this life, everything that is worthwhile, people that has invented things, they left a trail. All right, if they didn't do some things, we will have future generations working on them. So I believe everybody in life wants to make impact. I believe everybody in life wants to live a life that is worth living. And if truly we desire these things, so definitely there's nothing called like I just want to be anonymous. Even if you are still anonymous, maybe I don't want to be known, I don't want to be ostentatious, you are still leaving an impact. It is still you, whether it's your name on it, whether it's, we have some inventions that we don't know people that really did, but that they don't take credit actually for it, but they are still the one that did it. Someone did it, okay? It is still a legacy, it is still a trail. And if you want to leave that kind of impact, we have to step out to being more than normal. So I feel like, in my opinion, it is good to be, say like, okay, I want to be quiet, I want to be anonymous while you are growing. But even if you are fully blown and yes, you have, all it takes to make that impact. Of course, it's not a must to, sound a trumpet. But at the same time, even if you don't sound a trumpet, your work should sound the trumpet, and that's where the trailing comes in.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot. I'm even learning. Even this video was orchestrated by various, putting of heads together, but I'm still learning at the same time. But in this, the world we're in right now is a deranged kind of world wherein, according to some religious folks, they believe that this world already has a defined destiny, which is condemnation. That is, the world is going to fall apart one day. That means no matter how much you're trying to put in so much effort to make it better, the end is still in place where that, okay, this world is going to fall apart. And for that's why at times, because this is a mindset right now, that since the world one day is going to pass away and all, yeah, and not just even the earth, even the heavens, as beautiful and as as hyped as it is, that it's going to not that it's did I just say that, but you get what I'm trying to say, Sha. So like it's going to pass away. So how do we now begin to change that mindset? Now people want to live in the now. Like we don't even know what the future holds, so it's just the now. What are we doing now? So how do we circumvent that kind of mindset and now put it in perspective for people that, okay, their life is beyond the now? Because we are sitting down right now recording with a phone. Someone must have set himself apart or consecrate himself, or perhaps even a form of conscription, before this kind of reality can find expression. So how do we begin to now put it in the mind of the younger generation? Maybe not just the younger, even some of our own friends. Like I know is 1 out of 10 of your friends, they are living in the now. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Cause have you seen? Have you heard of the new store in town right now? Let's just go and check it out. After that one, it becomes obsolete again. Let's go and check out this one. That's why people no longer used to go, because they believe it has lost relevance and all.
Even though it's still working.
Even though the primary aim in mind when it was created is still finding expression. But how do we get people to start thinking in this lens, to start seeing things from this perspective, that life is beyond the now?
Okay, you can go first.
Okay. I believe everything we do today will surely have a ripple effect, tomorrow. Like, you are doing this video now because at some point in your life, maybe years back, you have the passion, you have the burning desire to start doing something like this, and from a burning desire, it turns to a reality. There are some things that we find ourselves doing professionally today that occur to us as some vibration of ideas, or some imagination. So let's get the fact right. Whether you feel like, okay, I just want to live a simple life, simple in quotes, or I want to live an impactful life. The thing is, everybody will live a life that we have something written about him, whether you like it or not. Yeah. So we should have that fact in mind, that yes, whether I want to intentionally leave a trail, or whether I just want to live my life, I don't send anybody. You, even with the fact that you don't send anybody,
that is like a trail.
That is a footprint already. So everything we do matter, and once we have that in our mind, that nothing is waste, nothing is by chance, everything I do matters, and I feel like then we can start setting things right, and living the kind of trail we want to live.
So the living in the now, the way I always going to say is like living fast life. So that's like my interpretation of it. Because, like, for example, there are different classes of people, belt-based. Like, I might be well okay. I have nice clothes, my clothes are wearable, they are very much okay. But then I see a new clothes. Although I know my wardrobe is full, I still have clothes I can wear continuously.
Yeah.
But because I see this new clothes, I want to buy it, I can buy it. Then when I buy it, for most people, they might still be wearing the old clothes, they'll leave the new clothes as maybe a special cloth. But for a lot of people, the new clothes, since it's something still fresh, they'll be wearing it quite regularly to feel like it's better than their old clothes. So they want to wear it more, so they will also be having to feel among. And if you notice, in our today world, it's easier for youths to become millionaires, and they now have major influence. That's what they call influencers. And so those people are trying to be influencers, trying to be content creators, and try to influence people, get impact, to be paid, that kind of thing. And it's easier for youth for you to see youth compared to olden days or previous generation where
Times.
you see people that are in their 40s and 50s that I can classify as rich people. But now, even looking at OnlyFans, now when people have already made millions from OnlyFans, I'm talking about millions in dollars from OnlyFans already. So there are various avenues for youth to make money, internet-wise and not internet-wise, to make money. And even those that are not opportune to have access to the knowledge or have access to the means to make those money, that's why I see some go the other way. Maybe they do scamming,
yeah.
maybe they do rituals or whatever they are doing, to them to just feel among. Because though it's not about contentment anymore, because even if you are contented, you still want to be able to live okay. That's cannot say you are contented being poor. That's not it's not ideal at all. So yeah, you even know that you have to talk about contentment. You're supposed to be contented while you are being okay. But people, once they are, even if they are okay, they still want, like for example, you see your guy driving a Mercedes, or you see him driving, or you see someone buy a Rolls Royce, or you see someone buy a Bentley, those kind of things. It might be like the impact of them having those kind of vehicles might make you feel less of yourself. So you want to any means possible
Double up.
just double up, yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Well, because of the fact that this is the first time I'm going to be dropping a video this year, I would not want to bore you with so much technicalities. Even though I know everything here is not technicalities, I mean they are facts for someone that can just stare back and just ruminate on it for a while. Yeah, so I think on this note, we're going to hang the cloak. And so thank you so much if you have gotten to this particular stage with us on watching the video. Thank you so much. Endeavor to like, comment, share, subscribe. And subscribe, man. If you want to be friends with this individual, like on a personal basis, based on what they are into, like according to the introduction of the video, I'm going to link their Twitter and their Instagram probably on that's if they use Instagram. That's what I mean, like exactly, that was my point. So
Twitter is,
but I'm going to
Twitter.
yeah, I'm going to link it in my description box below. So thank you so much. Endeavor to stay positive. Catch you later. Bye.